Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. Alright, it is time for another episode of Step by Step. Gonna be watching Step by Step episode 2 with the Hoob, but that makes no sense. With my hubby. I was like, I found him so funny last time. I was like, just watch episode 2 with me because your opinions are hilarious. So let's get into episode 2 of Step by Step. And I was in a group chat earlier and I saw everyone talking about how it made them cry. Am I right? I'm about to watch this for the first time, so I hope I don't cry. I don't want to cry.
If you cry, can I laugh at you? Is that okay?
Why would you laugh at me crying?
Because you're crying over the show. I think it's going to be funny.
I don't laugh at you when you cry.
I don't cry. I'm a man.
You cried at the birth of our children.
I don't remember that.
I do. I will always remember that. It's like one of those things you carry in your heart forever. Like, he actually loves them. Oh my god. So yeah, let's get into episode 2 of Step by Step. And real quick, every time I Google Step by Step, like this show, you remember that old show, Step by Step?
I would think that's the first thing that comes up.
That is the first thing that comes up. I always have to put Step by Step, Thai BL. Could you repeat that for the mic, please?
I said, why is his suit so big? He looks like a skinny, tall guy wearing a big old suit. Looks like he's wearing his big brother's suit or something.
Or his dad's suit, because this is supposed to be his dad. This character right here is supposed to be his dad.
So him and his dad work at the same company?
His dad is the CEO, and he's now the hired manager for the digital marketing department.
Okay, and he's sodomizing his underlings.
They haven't gotten into a relationship yet, so it doesn't count. He's still just an employee.
It's going to happen. And it's a work setting, so he's getting fucked at the workplace. So we know that's gonna happen.
We don't know.
No, it's part of the trope. It's like a romance that takes place in the workplace. So obviously there's gonna be flirting in the workplace. There's gonna be the will they, won't they. There's gonna be someone almost catching them in the break room or in the storage room or whatever. But he's getting fucked in that workplace. That's gonna happen.
So in A Boss and a Babe, the other show that I'm watching, it's the CEO and the intern, and the CEO doesn't hide the fact that he's flirting with the intern. Everyone in the office knows that something is going on between them. The intern is always going to his office. It's like, you look like I need to talk to you about this. And Everybody's like, why would he need to talk to the intern about this? And we were like, yo, this is an HR nightmare. HR, because it's so obvious, should have jumped in at some point.
Based on what I saw from the first episode and what you're describing now, this company is a fucking cesspool.
A Boss and a Babe is a different show.
Oh.
Yeah. A Boss and a Babe is a different show, but I was comparing it to that because it's kind of the same thing where it's a boss and his underling going out.
But I still remember from the last episode, he was openly sexually harassing somebody. And they were saying some vile shit too, weren't they?
Yes.
It's they were, what the fuck did they say?
Can't remember either.
It's some nasty ass grab him by the pussy kind of shit. But I can't remember what.
So you're saying they voted for Trump?
I don't know, probably. Whatever the Korean equivalent to Trump is.
But yeah, all right, let's keep watching. Okay, so husband is asking questions about the Thai drama that we're watching. So it's a digital marketing department, but I don't know what the company does. Okay. The company is company.
I was trying to figure out, they gotta shut down a whole department, but what do they do? Well, what does this department do? Why do they need to be shut down? But I guess any department that isn't sales, is fucking expendable to companies.
And I guess what's gonna happen is the young new guy, because he is younger and more hip on technology, he's going to help give ideas that's helps save the digital marketing department. That's what I'm guessing is gonna happen.
I was thinking, shouldn't he be the first to go if he's the new guy?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about when they were sitting outside of the cafe in the last episode. I don't remember if you saw that part. They were sitting outside of the cafe, and the younger guy, I can't remember the name of any of the characters yet. I need a couple episodes and then I'm gonna remember everybody. But the younger guy was like, oh, what's gonna help, what could help this cafe is if they did this. And he's like talking about this idea of them using a code that people can use to pre-order online, and they will already have everyone's order ready to just come pick up, for like a grab and go system. They can order and pay online and all that. And he was like really interested in this kid's idea. So I'm thinking it's going to be one of those situations where he's like, you are young, you have these great ideas, you're the person, I want to come up with stuff, which is going to mess up the whole order of the office, because everything is like the older employees are on top and he's a newer employee, so he shouldn't.
As soon as I see that happens, the show is going to enter the realm of fantasy. That shit does not happen. The eager young go-getter like creating a fucking app that saves the department.
It happens in shows, okay?
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue watching this Vietnamese BL.
Oh my god. There is Vietnamese BL. You know this, right?
Whatever.
I can show you Vietnamese BL is what I'm just trying to say here. I want to cover something my husband just said. I'm recording this through the intro. So he just said, oh, the dad's going to find out his son is gay and fire him from the company because that's going to ruin the image. A lot of BLs are actually moving away from that now. And they're doing the family acceptance story. So like there was one called Ton Hun Chun La Ti. And what it is the dad was against it because he's like, no, he needs to have a child because I need a grandson to carry on my name. And then the mom was like, okay, all you want is a grandson, right? So why don't we just hire someone to carry his child, and that way he can be with whoever he wants and you still get a grandson. And the dad was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just do that. That's what
The conclusion he came to was, oh wait, I get everything that I want? Yeah, that works.
Basically. And then you have ones like Cutie Pie, which is a story about an arranged marriage, and it's an arranged marriage between two guys, and they've been arranged since the youngest one was a baby. yeah, exactly that. The reaction he gave was the reaction I gave when I was reading things at first. I'm like, what the hell? But they actually do grow up to fall in love with each other. Luckily for them. Just imagine if they both grew up to be straight. They would have just ruined everything. But yeah, luckily for them, they grew up to actually fall in love with each other, and they do get married and everything, and their parents are fully supportive of the entire thing, even introducing people like, yes, and this is my son and his fiance, and people are looking at them like, wait, what? But it's like a show about acceptance and how like it was definitely fantasy, because I can't see a lot of I can't see some families being like, oh, I'm cool with it. I can't see a lot of families being cool with it. That kind of deal. But it was still pretty cute. But yeah, Thai BL especially is moving into this wave of showing acceptance and promoting a lot of marriage equality now, because there's a marriage equality bill in Thailand. There's a whole thing around that as well. So yeah, that's where we're moving. So maybe, but it's also a possibility the dad is fully supportive and doesn't care that his son is with a man. It's more like, why are you with an employee? Go get a man outside of the building.
Yeah, this is an HR nightmare. All of these people are getting sued.
Oh my god, he just hit his hand away. He just hit his hand away. I looked over at your face, the shock on your face and everything.
Also thinking like, I mean, that would probably be my like initial reaction if like I'm desperately typing away at someone and someone goes to like put their hands on the keyboard, like, the fuck are you doing? But then like he has to stop and think, oh yeah, this is the fucking my boss.
This is the son of the CEO. Damn it. The English speaking actor's face is like, I'm guessing they didn't choose a guy who's actually an actor or something, because his face is messing with me. His facial expression is just messing with my brain. Like, all of that. I would cuss. Like, first of all, this is what happened. So they were at a employee party thing. Okay, she is drunk, she is wasted, he's getting ready to leave to go hang out with his friends. She comes up on him and she's like, hey, I got a project that I need to get done. It needs to be handed in tomorrow. Can you finish it? Sends it to him. He's like, because you're leaving anyway, just go ahead and do it. So he has to rush to get it together because she gave it to him the night before. Okay? So that was him finishing up a rush job that she gave him the night before to get in by 10 a.m. the next day while they were out partying and drinking and she was wasted. Okay?
I didn't see any of that, so that's why I'm focused on this scene right now. And I'm just thinking about how fucking unprofessional she was just then. Like, the guy, for whatever reason, had to like point out some sort of flaw with their slide or something. That's when you just say, oh, I'm sorry, it was a rush job. We'll do a little better next time. Just talk like a normal person. But instead, she like decided this is a good time to try and throw this other person under the bus. But me, if I was that person, like giving her this critique of her slide, and then suddenly she just tried to blame someone else, like my reaction is gonna be like, okay, so he did it, but you're his supervisor and you're ultimately in charge of this, so it's still a mistake that you didn't find. Why are you trying to throw him under the bus?
Exactly. Like, oh my gosh, I would cuss. I don't care who's in the room, I would cuss. He gave a normal response, and he gave the response that she should have given. Yeah. He gave the response.
Thank you for your critique. You know, I'll do better next time. What else did he say? And thank you for the compliments. Also, I kind of like that throwing in the last bit. Thank you for the compliments, because now that she said all of this is on him, that also means all the things that he liked about it was his accomplishments as well.
Exactly. And our cat is beneath my legs. He kept going. I paused too early. He kept going. He called her out. He called her out. Oh, everybody's face too. He called her out. Ooh. It is her fault still. Yeah, if she just didn't say nothing, that would not have happened. He's going through PTSD. He can't focus on anything. And then
yeah, the fucking same look that they show in like World War II like veterans and shit.
This job is stressing this boy out. Imagine someone coming over to you and going, you didn't finish their work in time. You didn't finish her work in time. It's your fault. What? Exactly. So what my husband just said is, if it's so simple, why didn't she do the job? Why is she giving the job to him? I would not work at this company anymore.
This is kind of weirding me out because it makes it look like he's about to fucking snap. Like, if this was like an American drama, I think, is this guy gonna shoot up the fucking workplace?
I ain't coming into work tomorrow.
This guy really looks like he's about to fucking snap.
Like, oh my god. Yeah, he looked like he was done with them.
I do agree with a lot what his boss is telling him, like about controlling his emotions, but I don't know what the right solution is. Like, that Asian stoicism isn't the answer, but I see even now, like, he's showing how upset he is. He's like panicking. Like, I personally can't say what he needs, but he does need to get his emotions under control. Like, he just has, like, when he's angry, he's fucking angry. When he's, sad or upset, he's really sad and upset. He's gonna have to start, like, acting more mature. Like,
that's what he was being told.
Yeah. Like, I'm just kind of reiterating what his boss told him. Like I said, like, stoicism isn't the answer, like pretending he doesn't have emotion, but he's got to do better than this.
I mean, also what I'm thinking about is everything has been piling on since he started there. Like he started and they were like, well, you're the youngest one. You're the newest employee. So you have to do this. You have to do this. And he's had to do this for months. And he's been scared to say no because he's still on probation. He doesn't want to lose this job. He doesn't want to have a falling out really with everyone else. And we're just seeing what the end result is, which is everything just packed up until he just exploded because he couldn't take it anymore.
I think after having like, you know, military sergeants and stuff yelling in your face, I think I'm just like I look at stuff like this, I'm like, what's the big deal? They're just fucking chewing you out. Like,
so you're PTSD then?
No.
He didn't put him on any project. I don't. Oh God, everybody's talking. Oh God, this is like so high school, man. I want to pause it real quick because rewind. Let's go back to that meeting where he's assigning everyone their jobs. I just realized he's doing it to make sure they do their jobs. Like this is what you are assigned to. This is your product. You are overseeing this. And they have to do their jobs.
Instead of sending the guy into a panic, he could have said, and you're going to be working on a special assignment, instead of just not calling his name at all.
Like, I'm going to see you after this meeting. That actually is more suspicious, yeah, than just saying, yeah, he should have just said, oh, yeah, I have another job for him, and did that. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. So they're all sitting there, they're being catty, as they are. They're gossips, the gossip bugs. And they even said, one of them said, I only invited him to be nice. And they still were stopping him to invite him to come sit down and eat again. Like, what was the point? And they were so loud. They thought they were quiet. But what I'm wondering, that woman that was introduced, is she supposed to be like the one that hinders the love story? Like, because she's the female version of the manager, Jeng. So is it like a whole thing where he's gonna think, oh, Nan and Jeng are together, or they're the perfect couple, so it's like, oh, it's not gonna work out with us, like that kind of deal?
Are they supposed to be bisexual?
It hasn't been stated what he is.
Okay. I don't know, could be a misdirect. Could be like, we're gonna just throw like a hot chick in there so that people will be like, oh, will they, won't they? And then like they have to come to terms with the fact that no, we only like penis.
Or like it turns out she's already married, or she has a girlfriend, or something, something else. That's what it could even be that she's like, oh, I'm not into him. Like, or what if she's like his cousin? It's like, you think I'm with my cousin? But or she's, you know what it could be as well? A lot of these shows sometimes have like an arranged marriage aspect. Imagine if she's his fiance, picked for her by his parents. Notice the way they talked about Nan, this character, her, the person who's in charge of the helping everyone out with their projects. They were talking negatively about her and how she's just criticizing their projects and stuff. And because of that, he was scared to show her his project. But everything she gave was constructive criticism. She never like dogged him down on it or anything. She complimented him on the things he did really well, and then said, this is what I think you should do to really help it. And he is very accepting of that criticism. And so when they're saying he's the female Jeng, I'm like, so is that what? Because it seems like that's what that guy is doing as well. Like, he's just like, okay, let's work on this, let's work on that, and then everything will work better. Everything will be better.
Like I said, if you're a group of like narcissists, anyone giving you constructive criticism is gonna come off as an asshole to you.
Yeah, that's basically what it's come down to. So he has nothing to be scared of except for the gossip club, basically. How much you bet there's going to be rumors that Pat and Nan are dating because of how much they're hanging out? Like, no one's going to realize that he's gay. He gave her a chicken. Yeah, no one's going to realize he's actually gay and he just likes hanging out with her. They're going to automatically assume they're dating. But she gives him a chicken. And the friend group, real quick, I'll just pause it. The friend group they showed him with, everyone is older than him. He's the youngest person in his friend group. So I think it's also a case where he just gets along with people who are older than him. And because Nan is really nice and she gives him constructive criticism, praises him when he does well, he finds it easy to get along with her because she probably reminds him even of his friends and his friend group because of that too.
I think I know where it's gonna go. It's gonna be like everyone's gonna think, oh, like they must be having an affair, that's why they're all buddy, or and it's not even that they're doing anything romantic or sexual, but they're gossips. So to prove that they're not having an affair, he's gonna have to suck the boss's dick.
What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh, what is wrong? I really thought you were going somewhere there. I really thought you were gonna go somewhere with this, and then you just like took it to hell. What is wrong with you?
How else can you prove that you're not straight? just like Lil Nas X, he's gonna have to fight these straight allegations.
I'm just gonna repeat. Just like Lil Nas X, Pat is gonna have to fight the straight allegations. Is what my husband said. I don't think it's gonna go that far. Or maybe it will. No, actually, if anything, it'll be worse because people are gonna be like, oh, first he was with her who was like in charge of looking over our projects, and now he's with the manager of the department. He's sleeping his way to the top. That's probably what's gonna happen. Ooh.
Fucking the CEO of the company, his supervisors to the dad.
Shut up. Actually, I think the guy clearing his throat, my husband said he has COVID. I think the guy clearing his throat is the one who was doing the sexual harassment. So he's trying to clear he's trying to clear the sexual harassment out of himself, but he's probably going to sexual harass Nan. He's probably that stupid.
Yeah, this chick looks like she'd fuck somebody up if she got sexually harassed.
I wouldn't mess with her. No. The audacity and the nerves of these people going, she should pay equal attention to all of us, when they were rejecting all the help that she was giving them and freaking talking about her behind her back. And then now, oh, why isn't she paying attention to us? Oh, no. All right, hold on. So after his nitpicking, Jeng is telling Pat that he needs to not be so close to Nan because people are going to misconstrue their relationship. And he needs to keep his distance from her because she's in a higher position than him. And all I'm thinking is, yeah, well, eventually you're going to be on top of him. So what? Like, really? But also, it kind of sucks. I mean, he's right. He is right that it can be misconstrued by people. They're going to gossip and make up lies or make up their own scenarios about the relationship between Nan and Pat.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of right, but that's also not his problem. Like, that people are just gonna make shit up. Like, he's saying like, oh, I don't want it to be a problem, but it is gonna be a problem for you now that you're losing your fucking mentor and only friend here.
Exactly that. And also, if he really was so worried about this, I always wonder, do Thai companies not have an HR department? Because in situations like this, I never see HR being the one to jump in. What is this HR you speak of? What do they do?
Mine HR, the point of HR is to protect the company's image. That could mean getting rid of problem people, or it could mean getting rid of people who are complaining.
That is true too. HRs are for the company, not for the people. I love how they're not even hiding that they're gossiping about them. Like, in front of them, just like, do you see that? Do you see that? God. We kind of skipped over the whole thing with Pat finding out that his friend was meeting his ex, I guess. I'm guessing it's his ex, based on trailers and stuff. So we kind of skipped over that. But the one thing, what I said was, you know, if she has a job to do, then she gotta work with who she gotta work with. That's her job at the end of the day, and she gotta do what she gotta do. Should she have told him though that she's gonna be working with someone who obviously hurt him because he walked up the second he saw him? That's the other thing. Should she have given him a warning?
like not make a big deal out of it. Just say, hey, just to let you know, I'm gonna be working with like your ex. Like I got this job to do.
Yeah, it's her job at the end of the day.
Can you imagine if you like worked at fucking McDonald's or something, and every time your friend's ex came in, you refused to serve them?
I need someone else to take him. You're gonna need to go to the kiosk there, sir. Is that smart or is that not smart?
I don't know. I wouldn't put in the trouble, so it seems dumb as shit to me.
Oh my god. My husband was just scrolling on his tablet and he saw a picture of Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte, two of the most handsome actors from then. I love Harry Belafonte and Carmen. I love Carmen. It's one of my favorite musicals.
Completely off topic from what you're fucking.
It is completely off topic. Imagine if Harry Belafonte and Sidney Poitier did a BL. It ain't gonna happen now. But oh my god, I actually love that idea. Ordering himself flowers and making sure the gossiper got it, and she's gonna tell everybody. She's not gonna keep it shut. She's gonna tell.
Oh, I dropped all of my flowers and cards in front of you. Oh, so embarrassing. Please respect my privacy.
Yes. Oh my god. I like that. I like that he did that, because that way he gets to keep his friendship, and also people will stop trying to say that they're together. So yeah, I like it. I think it's a great idea.
A rumor that he's cheating on her.
Or they might just say he's cheating. Yeah, that's true. That could happen too. What sucks the most about this is Put Pat is such a good couples hashtag. But no, he is the ex, not the future. You know those friends where, like, if you see someone and you're like, them over there, and they go, where? Oh, him in the blue shirt with the white hat? That's his friends. They don't know how to be discreet. But here's the thing, I'm also that friend. Otherwise, like, be quiet. Because I'm like, oh, him over there, and pointing.
His ass wasn't too discreet either, like dropping down, like thinking he's hiding like that.
Looking more suspicious.
Just brought more attention to himself.
Exactly. He looks more suspicious. Jeez. It said to Pat from P. So he's like, Nan drops off the flowers thinking, oh, Pat sent himself flowers again. So I'm guessing Put sent him flowers because now he knows where he works, because he knew Jeng. And Jeng told him that, yeah, he's one of my employees.
So the boss was a misdirect, and he's actually going to have sex with the ex in order to close the deal.
No, we're not going to do that to him, okay? We're not going to put him through that. The ex is the ex for good.
Okay, if you say so.
So I'm going to come up with a theory of what happened. So Jeng, before the meeting, changed a lot of stuff with Pat's slides. I think what happened was, in the meeting, after she made her comments, he went back to the old slides and showed her what he originally came up with, and she's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, kind of showing that Jeng didn't know what she was looking for, and Pat was on the right path. Which, is it embarrassing him or not? Because he was like, can I show you this, see what you think of this? I mean, he did it in a way where it wasn't like, well, someone changed my slides. He actually did it in a, oh, can I show you something else? But is it embarrassing his boss still, or did he show him up, or is it like helping his boss learn to trust his judgment better?
It depends on the culture and the person, because I can see that going one way or another. Because somebody might see it as disrespectful, like you like pulling out like not their correction, but pulling out something else and like, well, you like this, but what about this? And they're going like, oh, I love that. It's like you are trying to show them up. So there is that element to it, but someone else could see it as, oh, I guess he did know what he was doing. But it takes a certain type of attitude and culture.
Yeah. No, I guess we just have to see if Jeng has the right attitude.
Might just invite him into his office and slap the shit out of him and just tell him, how dare you try and correct me in front of her.
And then throw him over the table. In my imagination. He's battling his straight allegations. No, he comes up to him and is like, yo, tell me because this is the creepy guy. So he of course accuses him of sleeping with Nan, and he's like, I'm not into Nan. He's like, come on, we're both men, just tell me. He's like, I'm gay. Come on, no, just tell me, I won't tell anyone. No, I'm gay. Like, yeah, he's battling his straight allegations now. He's trying to get people to back off. Punch him. He deserved to get punched. Not only is he like, oh well, yes, oh my gosh, like he really, I can't even speak. That's how, like, I'm just like like, no, he wants to know, what sexual position do you play in your relationships? Like, why is he such a creep?
Let's straight up sexually assault him.
Yeah, apparently his sexual assault is not just for women. His sexual assault is across the board.
Can you imagine if like somebody just came up to you and just did like this?
I will never tell anyone what you just did. The subtitle said, please, could you stop acting like a straight white male? Was that like, I'm wondering if he actually said something else and they were just trying to find the best translation for it, and the best translation they could think of was straight white male. I was like, who acts like this? Straight white men. God, it's just men. Oh my God, first of all, those A and her husband gassing him up with alcohol, and then having the peer review sent with oh my gosh, this is why you shouldn't drunk type. This is exactly why you don't drunk type. This is why when your friends get drunk you take their phone away.
I love how the boss like saw that a peer review just came through like at 10 p.m. at night and just like, this is gonna be some crazy bullshit.
I know what's about to happen. Let me see. And it's by this guy. Oh, I'm in for it. But so what? Ooh, let's trailer. So do you think there's going to be changes in the cover? Because this is what I've heard, that because it's based on a book. Most of these Thai BLs are based on books, and I've heard that what's going to happen is there's going to be changes because of what he said in the peer review. There will be changes to everything, and Jeng is supposed to change somehow and be a more understanding boss, I'm guessing. But the thing is, Jeng already had all the information before of how everyone saw him, and he didn't change from that. So I don't know how this would change him, unless it's like him just crushing on Pat so hard that he changes for it. That's the only thing I can see. I'm excited. I'm still loving this series. I cannot wait for next week for the episode 3. I don't care about the side couple. The second couple they didn't show up at all in this episode, so that didn't help. And even in the first episode, they were very minute. So I don't necessarily care for them yet. I think as we see more of them, that might change. So I'll wait to see more of them. Can't really talk about them. But so far with Pat and Jeng and Poot, because Poot Pat, again, awesome relationship hashtag. I want to know what Poot did to him. I want to know. I hope they hash that out soon. And the fact that he found out where he works. Oh God, I cannot wait to see more of that. I want to see how this affects Jeng, and also he's probably gonna call Pat immature again for even sending that review. Pat's gonna have to tell him, look, I was drunk. I am so sorry. But yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to see episode 3. Mr. Young fell asleep. He is tired. He got work. But yeah, I'm excited about Step by Step episode 3. Cannot wait for next week. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Time for BL. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye.